Hello Strikers fans, The Sharp here, accepting an invitation to commentate a match between Coolade and Mr. Styx. This is a match that has been coming with much anticipation. Coolade going under the alt name Teehee, and Mr. Styx under Mr. Styx. And these two players are facing against one another in the Mario Strikers Battle League Summer Split. Both of whom have progressed very well in the tournament. Coolade with a record right now of 10-5. He's won 3 of his matches, lost his 4th. This is match number 5. Mr. Styx has won 3 of his matches, lost 1. His total record is 10-7. Now, Coolade is, of course, sporting the purple as the loudest monk pack. And we've got the Texas Titans for Mr. Styx. Very similar teams here. Both have Waluigis as captains. Both have Donkey Kongs as the anchor/defender position. Toads in the wing. The only difference is that Mr. Styx has a Peach in the wing, whereas Coolade is using a Bowser Jr. So similar, yet different teams. But what makes these two opponents very unique are the play styles. Mr. Styx, a little bit more known for his brute force, able to find goals where you wouldn't think there would be one, but his tackling is really kind of second to none, whereas Coolade is more of a finesse player, known for his technique, known for his strategy, thinking outside the box. So you would be hard-pressed to find opponents that are more polar opposite, and Mr. Styx puts the first goal in the net to get on the board first. Coolade. Waluigi up to Bowser Jr., Bowser Jr. down to Toad. He is in enemy territory. Mr. Styx with a great defensive effort. Waluigi over to Peach. Donkey Kong back down to Peach. Missed tackle by Coolade. Mr. Styx with a quick cross pass down to Waluigi. Beautiful, cutting through traffic, getting the goal in. Coolade back on offense. Waluigi up to Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong over to Bowser Jr. Over to Toad, but once again, Mr. Styx's defense remains strong. Wow. Coolade sent the entire party to get that ball, and he confiscated it beautifully. Mr. Styx, though, on the rebound, and he is up 3-0. Right now, Coolade finds himself on the ropes. Continuing with that Bowser Jr. pass. I think Mr. Styx is picking up on that a little bit. Coolade with a quick few dodges, little tap shot from Waluigi, hoping it's going to go in because he wants to get on the board desperately. Unable to do so. Little double tackle there from Waluigi. Goes for the Titan chip, yes sir. And Coolade is on the board, only down by 2. By this time, you are already able to tell the difference between the playstyle of these two players. Wow, beautiful use of a banana there by Mr. Styx. Coolade was obviously going to use Donkey Kong to lay him out. Styx being wise to that, uses the banana appropriately and executes the goal. And that's really what this game is going to come down to. Who can execute better? Wow, Coolade digging graves on Styx's side of the board. Coolade back on offense. Bowser Jr. with a nice dodge. Another dodge. Bowser Jr. is moving but has to quickly pass the ball away because he hit some traffic. He needs to call his boss and tell him he's coming in late for the work. In the meantime, Mr. Styx with a Titan chip attempt doesn't make it, and the bomb makes sure of that. Coolade running out of stamina with his Waluigi. Mr. Styx back on offense. It seems now that these two players have settled in. Coolade with a quick pass, and yes. I had to wonder if Mr. Styx was going to try to lay out Toad there to prevent that goal, but I think he was just a little bit late to the party, did not get the invitation in time. The post office was a little bit too slow, but he responds quickly. You're not going to invite me? Fine, I'm going to have my own party, and I'm up by 3. Coolade back on offense with the cross pass, but this time he changes it up. Goes from Toad to Bowser Jr. over to Waluigi. It's the similar tactic, but he changes the approach a little bit to get the better result. Mr. Styx up by 2. Coolade's defense has tightened up. Nice little wall pass there. Zesty dodge, but nobody's home. Here we are starting to see the shimmy and the shake from Coolade. I think at this point, Kool-Aid decided to put another scoop of sugar into the mix because things are getting pretty sweet for him. Only down by 2, but Mr. Styx says, hold on. I'm not ready to give it up yet. And there's a quick cross pass to Waluigi. Puts the ball in the net. We have only got a 1-point lead. This is an amazing comeback from Kool-Aid. Let this be a lesson, kids. Just because you're down by 3 doesn't mean the fat lady's singing. Mr. Styx with a nice goal. He is up by 2 now with less than a minute to play. Kool-Aid with that quick cross pass. And a Titan chip from Bowser Jr. Excellent execution there. And now we are firing away. Call Grand Moff Tarkin because we are going to fire when ready, and we're seeing that here. This is now becoming less of a defensive effort and more like an offensive showcase. Mr. Styx and Kool-Aid demonstrating the remarkable reaction time here. Dodges galore. Oh, what a beautiful play by Kool-Aid. That Kool-Aid was put in the fridge because ice is in the veins of this man, able to stay cool under pressure. And Styx with another great goal to stay up. Thus far, we have not seen Kool-Aid take the lead. Mr. Styx is able to maintain that, but just barely, because now it's 7-7. All good girls go to heaven, but who's going to win this match? We're going to know soon enough in 18 seconds. Styx with a quick pass and a nice shot. One thing you got to appreciate about Styx is that his toad is not the conventional toad. I mean, it's not the muscle toad, it's not the technique choke. I mean, it's kind of a shooting toad. And Styx is up by 1 with 5 seconds left. Can Kool-Aid convert in the next 1 second? It does not look like that's going to happen. Styx closes out the first game in the best of 5. As you can probably tell by now, this is a competitive rule set. There are no items allowed except for those that are awarded to your player for being the victim of an illegal tackle, i.e. only color blocks. There are no hyper strikes, and it is the best of 5, and thus far, Styx is up by 1. Each of these players have now going back to their corner to see their cut men because they both took a few hits in that last round. Before the bell rings, let's see if they're going to make any changes to the team. Now, as I mentioned before, you can already tell that these play styles are very opposite, as are the players. Kool-Aid comes from the Loud as Muck pack. This is a team that we normally see at the top of the leaderboard, and they have a very deep roster. As a result, they're able to practice with one another to improve their skill, and it is not a surprise to anyone that you see some of the best players of the world in that team. Styx, on the other hand, part of the Texas Titans, or also we've seen him as the #1 Titans. A little bit different. You don't see a lot of players from that particular club. They're a little bit more isolated. They are few and far between. So these are more loner players, kind of operating out there in the nether. So besides play styles, besides clubs, these are very different players, different backgrounds, different clubs. So to see them come together and exhibit their skill and ability is a treat for all to see. Speaking of treats, now we got some red Kool-Aid, and let's see if Mr. Styx is going to be drinking it. He starts off with a dodge from Waluigi. Great defense by Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid with Bouncer Jr. He's going to go for that quick cross pass. But, boom, boom. I cannot believe that didn't go in. Cannot believe it. That was beautifully executed. You can say nothing about that except for the fact that Boom Boom was on his game. One must even wonder if Boom Boom and his artificial intelligence can also detect what this match is about. Mr. Styx, Waluigi down to Toad with the quick shot. Surprise there, he didn't go for the shot. You have to wonder if it was a misinput there because he was right there. Mr. Styx trying to recover, gets close, unable to execute. Wonderful defensive effort by Kool-Aid. Strikers, this is a much different game than we saw the last time. Both of these players have settled in. They're picking up on one another's patterns. They're picking up on one another's play styles. And now we're going to see these guys going full tilt. Donkey Kong with a quick pass, and Coolade is out there in no man's land all by himself. Donkey says, "What are you doing? This is my turf. This is my territory. Get to stepping." But Waluigi is back. And here we have Mr. Styx. He finds himself and an opportunity to score, but Kool-Aid's defense is locked tight. Styx back on offense. Bowser Jr. and his Toad trying to be the gentleman and allow the other one to get the hit first. Mr. Styx is back on offense. But man, the man-to-man defense from Kool-Aid is just completely different than what we saw last time. Quick shot. No, Boom Boom comes in through again, and they're both calling it. They both know what Boom Boom is doing this time around. It is quite impressive. Kool-Aid trying to get a pass, but his man's laying down on the job. Toad with a few quick dodges, but Mr. Styx isn't having it. Ooh, and there we go, finally. 2 minutes in, the game is halfway over, and ladies and gentlemen, we just saw the first goal. What a difference this game is in compared to the last one. In the last one, we had, what, 15 goals between the two of them? Now the game is over halfway over, and we've got one. Mr. Styx drawing first blood once again. Kool-Aid looking for the team tackle, decides just to pick on someone smaller than him instead. Donkey Kong is going around the field digging graves, but Mr. Styx is holding his own, staying strong. Quick pass from Toad to Waluigi. Waluigi down to Peach. Waluigi tells Peach, "I'd like to introduce you to my shoulder." Mr. Styx gets some revenge. Oh, but a beautiful tackle from Kool-Aid to prevent the goal from happening and keep this game within one. Kool-Aid, Waluigi down to Toad. Boom Boom rises above and to the occasion. Kool-Aid. Donkey Kong over to Toad. He gets to meet Mr. Electric Fence. The defensive effort here is insane. And now Kool-Aid finally has an opening. Yes. Yes. 2-on-1, Kool-Aid delivers. He brought enough for everybody. Mr. Styx, quick pass up to Waluigi in the box. Did not get the perfect pass. Kool-Aid capitalizes. We have a 1-to-1 ball game. And here we go again with Kool-Aid with a this time a 2-on-2 effort, but Mr. Styx shuts it down. Peach over to Toad. Toad back up to Peach. They're playing a fun game of catch. Oh my goodness. How he pulled that Titan chip off will remain a mystery to the end of time, or unless somebody goes back and does a replay. Waluigi was hot on the tails of Peach, and yet the Titan chip still goes in, no problem. Everybody's on the ground on Mr. Styx's team. It's like Jonestown out here. Trying to pass the ball around just to kill the clock a little bit and close this one out. We've got 2 seconds left, and yes, sir. That one will go in the books once again. Mr. Styx closing out the game 2-1. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think this is what we were expecting. Kool-Aid is a master of execution. And here we see Styx, and here's a great replay of what we saw before, where looks like Kool-Aid was just a little bit delayed in that tackle against Peach, and she gets in that Titan chip. Who would have guessed that would have been the last goal of the game? But here we are. What's going to happen next? That is the question. That is the question. Because this is the best of 5, and right now Mr. Styx is up 2-0. Kool-Aid has got to make some adjustments on his end. Otherwise, he has the opportunity to be swept. I don't think any of us really quite expected that. But Mr. Styx is somewhat of a black horse in this tournament. Everybody knows that he's good. Everybody knows his skills, his ability. Kool-Aid, of course, his skills and ability are somewhat famous. Again, we see his skills and abilities being exhibited all the time in gameplay. Really known for his shimmy, his shake, his ability to dodge, ball movement, and of course, finding creative ways to put the ball in the net. He was struggling a little bit this past game. Now, when you think about who these players faced, Kool-Aid, when leading up to now, He beat Luke, no problem. Won against X Shadow, against TTV, i.e. Javo. The only loss he had was against Mickey, M-I-C-H-I, who's a good player. And his record coming into this was 10-5. Styx, on the other hand, you know, he beat me 3-0. He beat Marty. He beat Jay. The only loss he experienced was against the great Samurai, which wasn't wholeheartedly a surprise. Samurai is a top-tier player, really fantastic, mega striker, if you will. So this is a little bit different than what we expected here. This is a little bit different than what we expected. I wouldn't say that Styx was the underdog in this particular match, but I would say definitely a black horse in this tournament. Probably not expected to go as far as he has thus far, except for when he played that guy, the Sharp. But this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how Coolade reacts. Being 2-0, not an optimal situation for anyone. However, this is not Coolade's first rodeo. Has he been in a 0-2 situation before? I'm not sure. I don't know completely. But I do know that Coolade has a lot of tournament experience. So if I had to guess, I don't think he's sweating this. I think this is a place that he's been here where he's been before, and I think he knows how to pull out of this. Now Styx, he's done a really good job of closing out when he needs to. But this deep into the tournament, has he been here before? Is he going to be able to close out this game at this point in the tournament? We're going to have to wait and see here in a minute. We're going to have to wait to see here in a minute. Now, one of the things that's going to be interesting is to see whether or not these guys are going to make any adjustments to their team. Are we going to see the same lineup? Or are we going to see something different? Now, if you look at the scores, it's always been about a 1-goal difference. And that makes me think that we're going to see the same. I don't think we're going to see any changes. The teams are good. The teams are dialed in. All we really need to do is execute a little bit differently. For Styx, he needs to keep doing what he's doing, but increase his lead. Coolade, same thing. Same thing. All we need to see here is a little bit better execution on both sides of the ball. So we're going to see what happens here. Now, I believe Coolade is the one who's recording this. And thus far, we see a Waluigi, we have a Bowser Jr., we have a Toad, and we have a Donkey Kong. So from this angle, we get to see his selection for teammates, for team members. So he's going to stick with the Waluigi, no change there. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Now, Strikers fans, this is a surprise. You know, they say the definition of insanity is to do the same thing the same way over and over again and expect different results. Coolade, being as an intelligent player as he is, recognizes that. And he knows in order to get different results, he's going to have to try something different. Now, this is what I would consider to be very different. Because usually on these competitive games in the captain position, we see someone who's pretty big and strong who can lay a good tackle. Mario is not that player. But he does match the play style of Coolade in that it's more technique, it's more finesse, it's more strategy. Mario is that kind of character. And what we normally see with these top players is that they will change their team up based on their opponent. Now, if you look at Styx, no change there. But we have drastic changes on the side of Coolade. His captain has changed, one of his wings have changed. He's still got Waluigi, but in the wing. But that Mario, that's different. Oh my goodness, and look at this right from the start. Right from the start. Look at the speed of this Mario. Now we're seeing a completely different Coolade. We're seeing a much more aggressive play style. I think he recognizes that I've got to get some more goals. I've got to get more goals because he's always been short just one. So this is an offensive issue. And there we go. For the first game in this series, Coolade takes the lead. This is what we love about Coolade. This is a guy who's not scared to change things up, to better, not just better match his play style, but also who he's facing. And that's what we're seeing. Look at that beautiful offensive team tackle. And this man isn't even playing manual mode. Kool-Aid going down the field with Waluigi. Is he going to go with a cross pass up tomorrow? Yes, but Styx is ready for it. Peach over to Waluigi, over to Toad. Toad over to Waluigi. This is a different team that we're seeing from Kool-Aid. It's faster. There's more passing. There's more finesse. And this game overall seems a lot faster. We're seeing Styx trying to match that new offensive effort. I think that's one of the beautiful things about these caliber of players is not only will they change up their characters and their team, they'll modify the playstyle a little bit. Kool-Aid's playing a lot faster, Styx is playing a lot faster. And boy, is it fun to watch. Okay, quick cross pass from Diddy Kong over to Waluigi, and now Kool-Aid is up 2-0. True story, Kool-Aid has not had this much of a lead since the series began. Now Styx was pausing there for a little bit, don't know what happened there, but Kool-Aid says, look, this is a tournament, we're playing, it's happening, no time to waste. Kool-Aid said, I heard no bell, I heard no timeout, let's go. Nice zesty dodge there from Kool-Aid. Oh, but a beautiful tackle from behind the back from Mr. Styx. Kool-Aid is back on the attack. The turnaround time from offense to defense and vice versa is what's most impressive about this team from Kool-Aid. In no time whatsoever, you see this man go from offense to defense, and if he loses the ball because he's on defense, he goes right back on offense. Look how fast this team is moving. 2 mushrooms. Looking forward to see what Kool-Aid does with this. But Styx is taking no prisoners. Taking absolutely no prisoners. And Styx, he stops the bleeding. He pulls out the first aid kit. He says, let's put a tourniquet on this thing and let's cut it out. It's time to get on the board. He's done so. We have 1 minute and 30 seconds left to play in this game, and we have a 1-goal deficit. Kool-Aid, the offensive juggernaut that he came out to be, has started to slow down a little bit. Is he losing some momentum, or is Styx just getting wise to this new play style that Kool-Aid has implemented? Thus far, I gotta think the latter, because now it is 2-2 with 1 minute and 15 left to play in this game. Quick little pass there. Oh, man. I feel like that was a missed opportunity there from Kool-Aid because Donkey Kong just couldn't reach there in time, but part of the reason he couldn't is because Diddy Kong was slightly out of position. Let's see what happens here. Donkey Kong over to Mario. Nice defensive effort there by Styx. Oh, couldn't deliver. Styx with a nice little offensive. I did not even see Donkey Kong and Waluigi change possession. Quite impressive by Kool-Aid. A shame that he was not able to close it out then and there. Kool-Aid is playing for the tournament, and we've got 30 seconds left. Styx trying to close it out, and he goes up by 1. Once again, Styx is back in the familiar territory to which he has become accustomed. Up by 1 in the tournament. Beautiful zesty dodge by Kool-Aid, dodging the item on top of everything else. What is that? What a fake. And we've got all 4 players of Kool-Aid's team on Styx's side of the field. And yet, somehow, some way, Styx is able to pull a defensive rabbit out of his hat. And yes, Kool-Aid says, hold on, I'm not going down quietly. We're not done yet. The score is 3-3. The score is 3-3. Kool-Aid playing for the tournament, playing to stay alive. Also playing zone defense. Beautiful team tackle from Kool-Aid there. Donkey Kong over to Diddy. Little wall pass over to Waluigi. Trying to avoid the tackle. Oh, but Styx is not biting. He is staying on him like a fly to glue. Titan chip from Styx? No. Not able to put it in there. Kool-Aid back on offense. Look at the speed of this man's passes. Woo! And does he? No! Styx keeping his dreams of getting the broom out to sweep this man alive. And no! Still no. Beautiful team tackle from Kool-Aid there. Mario marching down the field. Diddy Kong. Is he going for the Titan? Yes, he is. But Boom Boom says, no, I don't think so. I'd like to go home early. I hear my wife is making steak. And now he's going to have to do it again. Styx back on offense. Waluigi with the Titan. Yes, and there it is. We'd have to go back and look at a replay, but I think that may have bounced off Donkey Kong. And Styx gets the sweep. Gets the sweep. But what a beautiful display by both these players. Beautiful display by both these players. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this competitive online gameplay footage. This was fantastic to watch this matchup between Styx and Coolade. As always, please subscribe to these channels to help support them. I'm the Sharp, having the privilege and the honor to commentate this match between these two fantastic players. Hope you enjoyed.